Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another weather forecast, my friends. My name is Andrew Heischman, and for today we have ourselves a big update for you guys regarding the upcoming weather here. We have a winter storm that we're actually watching. Could be quite decent. Something that we'll definitely need to look out there for. We'll go over the Storm Prediction Center regarding severe weather risks over the next couple of days. The Climate Prediction Center to kind of look at the general weather for the country. But yeah, guys, before we go ahead and get on into it, if you guys could leave a like, hit that subscribe button. And as you guys probably know, we lost our computer because I spilt a drink on it, unfortunately. So we are in the process of doing a funding. If you guys would like to support that, you guys can take a look in the bottom left of the screen right now. If you guys would like to support us with that, it would be much greatly appreciated as we can get back on our feet. This is just an old computer I have that cannot stream and cannot do anything, and it's really kind of on its last legs here. But anyways, folks, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. So as of right now, as you guys can kind of see, we have this area of low pressure over the Ohio Valley, which is driving down a lot of cold air. You guys have probably been noticing how it's been very, very cold. Unfortunately, that's not going to really be going anywhere anytime soon. That's going to be pretty persistent over the next several days here. So we'll get more into that here when we look at the models and whatnot. Another thing is in the Pacific Northwest, there's actually a lot of storm systems that's setting up to cause some issues for those regions. They've been seeing a lot of precipitation lately, and we are yet again expecting a lot more of that to occur with not one but multiple storm systems to roll its way through the region here overall. So, you know, there's a few things going on in the country here. We'll definitely be keeping you guys up to date. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop our way over here into the Climate Prediction Center outlook to take a look at the general weather over the next several days. Alrighty, guys, so taking a look here over at the temperature outlook here from the Climate Prediction Center over the next 6 to 10 days, basically here from February 25th throughout March 1st. And as you guys can see here, across the west and the central country, we are talking a little bit more above average temperatures to come here. It's actually been very, very cold, especially across the central country and the eastern country here recently. That will be changing for later February into early March here. CPC does have above average temperatures expected out there. Now, for the east, you know, towards the Ohio Valley, the Mid-Atlantic, and the southern states here, mostly near normal, you know, average temperatures for this time of the year is expected. Slightly below here in Florida where I'm at here, so it could be a little bit chilly here from later February into early March. And across portions here of coastal New England here, we actually are expecting slightly above average temperatures to be across the region here. So a little bit warmer than usual will be expected throughout some of those regions. Now, precipitation-wise, we have ourselves relatively dry conditions across the southern country and the western country. We are going to be having a lot of high-pressure ridging here across the country over the next several days, which will be allowing for things to be relatively lower on the precipitation outlook. This will continue throughout February 25th, throughout the March 1st time. It'll be relatively drier from the southern country in the west. However, up north, out there towards like the northern plains and portions of the mid-Atlantic and New England could be actually slightly above average in terms of, you know, maybe some more precipitation than usual. And once again, across the gray here, just showing relatively normal rates of precipitation or amounts of precipitation across the region over the next little bit. Now, moving on into the extended outlook here. This is the outlook here days 8 through 14, or from February 27th through March 5th. Across the eastern country, we are expecting relatively below average temperatures here across the east. It'll get a little bit chilly here all the way down into Florida. And once again, across the west here, it's just going to be relatively above average with temperatures for the next several weeks across the west here. You know, we do have a lot of ridging, a lot of high pressure building into some of the regions out there in which, you know, we will be seeing that possibility for above average temperatures. Now, hopping over here to the extended precipitation outlook, Climate Prediction Center does have a lot of areas here of above average precipitation expectancy, all the way from the Rocky Mountains here through the southern plains into the southeast, mid-Atlantic, and the northeast, with another area here of near normal amounts of precipitation across, you know, the Midwest, upper Midwest area, with relatively normal amounts of precipitation expected. Now, across the west here, we do have, you know, relatively below average precipitation expectancy on the west for some of the regions out there in the Pacific Northwest and whatnot. Like we mentioned earlier, there's actually going to be quite a few storms to roll through within the next, you know, couple of days. We're going to be getting a lot of that, you know, activity, but things will start to finally calm down here for basically the later portion of February into early March overall. Alrighty, guys, so hopping on over here into the severe weather outlook here regarding expected severe weather over the next couple of days, honestly, we're looking pretty good. Here for today, we're not expecting any form of thunderstorm activity across the country. We're going to be relatively set here for today. Tomorrow, same thing here for Friday. Not really expecting anything. However, here on Saturday, while there's not any severe weather expectancy, coastal Texas could see a few thunderstorms out there. So just be aware, a couple booms of thunder cannot be ruled out. And anything on the long range here, all the way from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, we are not expecting any forms of severe weather to occur. So as of now, no severe weather is on the table, thankfully. But like I mentioned here, we do have to watch out for maybe a few storms on Saturday across coastal Texas. Alrighty, guys, so hopping on over here into the models, taking a look at the American GFS. We're just going to take a look at the expected weather over the next little bit here. So starting off with the Pacific Northwest, like we were mentioning here overall, we are expecting quite a few storm systems to roll through. We have a little bit of precipitation coming up here for right around the 22nd here, so about 2 days from now. A bit of precipitation here across those lower areas, like Seattle, Washington, portions of Oregon here, we'll be getting a little bit of rain. Some snowfall for those upper elevations will be expected, and then another round of rainfall and precipitation will be rolling through right around the 23rd here, so driving a little bit more rainfall for those lower elevations here. And of course, those upper elevations here seeing a bit more of the snowfall. And following a third wave here, right around the 25th here overall, which once again, driving some snow for those upper elevations, lower elevations just for, relatively rainfall. And going back to the CPC outlooks, we were looking at how it showed, relatively dry conditions. After that storm system, high pressure builds in, which will likely keep things relatively calm over the next little bit. And of course, anything further beyond this point is just a little bit too far to look out. Now, across the main country here, we do have this high pressure in place across the country right now. A little bit of a disturbance here as we looked in the beginning of the video across the Ohio Valley here. In regards to that upcoming winter storm potential here, as we approach our way here right around the 26th, 27th, I know this is, 6-7 days out, which is a little bit far for me. I don't like to look too far out. It does show another, the GFS does show another low working its way down here across the Central Plains into the Midwest here, likely driving up a lot of moisture from the Gulf and potentially could be causing a bit of a wintry concern in terms of a lot of winter weather and whatnot. Still is a little bit too early. The models have been fairly consistent with this system for the last several runs of the GFS, so there is something to work with here. Although it's still a little bit obviously too early to fine-tune this and to really be for sure in terms of what to expect here. Definitely want you guys to keep an eye out there for it. In regards to the Euro, the ECMWF, you guys can kind of see here as well. It does kind of have this comma shaped here to it, as we do have, I'm not going to say it right now, but there could be, on a setup like this, perhaps some severe weather. Once again, a little bit too early to tell. Nothing on the Storm Prediction Center regarding severe weather anyways, so as of now, not really expecting any of that, but, in terms of the system here, it is both common ground between the European model and the American GFS, so there is something to work with here. We'll definitely keep an eye out there for it over the next several days. Obviously, it is a little too early to look for accumulations and stuff like that, which, once those models really start to come to an agreement, usually about 2 or 3 days out is when I start to look at those accumulations. So, obviously, is a little bit too early to look at that overall. But anyways, folks, so that's just going to go ahead and wrap up this little update here. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Once again, if you guys would like to support in helping us fund for a new computer, that way we can get back on our feet and streaming and stuff. Once again, the bottom left there, you guys can see this is our Cash App, our Venmo, if you guys would like to support us directly. If not, I totally understand. It's completely all right, but just for the people who would want to, it is there for you guys. Once again, I appreciate every single one of y'all for supporting us. Thank you all for help making this possible. I couldn't do it without you guys, so once again, thank you very, very much. But alright, everybody, well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here for now. If you guys did enjoy it, once again, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And alright, my friends, catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.